There once lived a very greedy fox named Lizzie. She was always hungry and never full. She never stopped eating unless she ran out of food. One day, she did run out of food. She started wishing that her mom's legs were strong enough to walk and jump and hunt. But her mom's legs broke after running after a bunny. Dr. Fox said that she wouldn't be able to hunt at all until next year. Right then, Lizzie thought of a brilliant idea. Brilliant, but sly too. I will be tricking my friends, but food is more important than friends, she thought. And so, she went outside, making sure that her mom wasn't looking. She was right next to her friend, the porcupine's house. She first made sure that her porcupine friend wasn't looking. Then she fell down and started crying. I am starving to death. If I don't get food later on, I will die. And then her porcupine friend opened the door. Her porcupine friend heard every word that Lizzie was crying out. And she came outside with a piece of bread in her hand. Here, eat this and you can get some fresh water from Beaver's river. And so Lizzie ate the bread with a start and then went to Beaver's house. Without asking, she crept inside, making sure that Beaver wasn't looking. And then she stole a cup and went inside and scooped up some water and drank it. When she was done, she went to her friend Kangaroo's house. And then she started doing the same trick to every one of her friends. Then, when she was full, she wasn't full just then. You heard the first part of the story. She was always hungry and never full. So, she wasn't full yet. She would be full if she was her friend Porcupine. She didn't eat as much as Lizzie. And so, Lizzie, when she was going back to her house, so she could have some dinner made from her mom, she met another house, thinking it was her friend Zebra's house, and she forgot to go to her house. She started doing the same trick. Then, instead of her friend Zebra, a clever ox stepped out. And he said, "What's the matter?" Lizzie said, "I am starving to death. Starving, I tell you. I can't stand anymore. Hunger. I'm going to die. Oh dear, come inside right this instant," said the clever ox. And so Lizzie went inside and said, "Do I get any food?" The ox said, "Of course you do. Now, you can investigate the whole house, okay, while I make chicken soup. Chicken soup with corn on the cob. And you will get some apple pie too." So, Lizzie went upstairs and started investigating upstairs before downstairs. And when she was upstairs, she was thinking the same thing the ox knew that Lizzie was thinking. "I will eat the ox after I eat the apple pie and chicken soup and corn on the cob. And then I will probably be full, but I will still trick my mommy. And so she started investigating very slowly, thinking that she could take her time, since that ox was a very kind ox. She thought that he didn't have an idea at all, any idea that Lizzie was going to eat that ox up. So the ox downstairs knew what Lizzie was thinking, and he knew that he was going to eat her up. The ox did not want to be eaten up, so he added some poison ivy and pretended that it was salad, but she took it with rubber gloves and then threw them quickly away. And then she stick a lot of some skinny twigs together, and very short ones and skinny ones, and then painted them green so it would look like beans. And then she added some pebbles. First she painted them orange so they would look like chicken. Then she added a regular big rock, medium rock, and painted it orange, thinking that it was a big chunk of chicken. And then she would add some noodles, which was actually grass snakes. And she would paint them yellow. Yellowish peach. And then she would add them into the soup with a great big splash. And then she would add some bunny ears, paint them yellow so they would look like corn on the cob. And then, the last one. Okay. And then she would add a toy mouse into it, so she would think that it was just a little mouse that she could eat, since foxes eat mouses. She thought it was a poisonous mouse, and she knew that. She really did. She knew that grass snakes were harmless, but if you eat them, they're not harmless. They're poisonous if you eat them. And then she didn't add anything, since Lizzie was done looking upstairs. Then she went downstairs, but then the ox did not want her looking at what she was doing. And so I said, "Look upstairs. Did you see along the door with beware, the big clever ox and the slow tortoise?" She said, "No, I didn't see it at all." "Well, it is upstairs." The ox was lying, so she would look upstairs for hours and hours and hours. I shot the ox will caught her downstairs. And so she lied. And then the fox went for a start upstairs. Then, when she was done, she was bored. When she looked one time around the door, it didn't even take her an hour. In fact, it took her 60 minutes. 1 minute. And actually, we knew 60 seconds. And then she went downstairs and said, "I can't find it at all." And then the ox said, "Then you can go upstairs and take a rest. You don't have a home, since you're a beggar, and you don't have food, and you don't have clothes." Lizzie didn't come with any clothes. And so she went upstairs, stole some clothes without the ox knowing, and she tiptoed out the open window, jumped out, went to her house, and stole a backpack with her mom not looking. And then she put all the extra clothes inside, then ran back, climbed up the house and then jumped back into the room on the bed. Yeah! And she then went to sleep. And then she pretended to snore. And Ox heard the whole thing. She knew that Lizzie was lying, so she didn't go for it. In fact, she kept on working on an apple pie. So she poisoned an apple, and then she cut it into pieces, put it in, and grilled it. Yeah! Grilled apple pie. Yeah! And then she took some water from a very dirty river. She didn't test it at all. She knew that it was dirty, and she knew that she had to poison it. And dirty water, not like poison, but it's very, very bad. And then she made, just for extras, oatmeal. But instead of putting in oats, she put in pieces of corn with ketchup on it, mixed with mustard and sand and toothpaste. And then she calls Lizzie for lunch. Hey, fox! You little fox! Come down and eat your lunch! So Lizzie went downstairs and ate up everything. Then her tummy was rumbling, and she had a disgusting face. And so Ox said, "Are you okay?" And then Lizzie said, "No." What do you think I am? Fine? And then Ox said, "No, I'll give you some milk." And then she looked in the refrigerator. She knew she did have milk, but she lied. She lied. "No, I don't have any milk, but I will go to the grocery store and get it. You sleep on my bed." And the door says, "Beware, for I am a little girl with a huge horn with a little tortoise. Okay? Now go. I'm going to buy some groceries." So she walked away. Then she found some milk. Fresh milk. So she got the milk, paid for it, ching, and then went outside, added some dirty water inside, then some toothpaste, then some sand, then some strawberries, then some pears, then some dirty apples, then she grilled it, then she put it in the oven, then she microwaved it, and then she gave it to Lizzie. Her tongue burned. Her teeth were already gone by the pebble she ate. And then she was really poisoned. So she died in the Ox's house. Right now you can only see her skeleton. And Lizzie learned a very important lesson. Always believe whatever anyone says and never be greedy. And that's it.